Woo!
We'll see the room.
Where'd he go?
Sorry, I thought this needed a wrestling intro. I don't know how to do stand-up. It's my first time, so if you could keep the laughter low so I can hear myself do the jokes, that'd be good. No, speaking of wrestling, I wanted to be The Rock as a kid.
This much chocolate left.
It's you, Dina. I'm all.
There we go.
Good
It's all
start,
good.
sorry.
All right, speaking of The Rock, I wanted to be him as a kid. Now I'm telling jokes through a computer while my parents are just over there still living with them. It's one thing I'm sick of? Me being Canadian, hearing all the American politics. Like, I don't care who supports Trump or Biden. The one thing I want to know is the percentage of Americans that actually think the WWE is real. Because there was this one wrestler named the Cobra, right? He wore a sock over his hand, and if he touched you with it, you were done. That was the whole gimmick. So there was a fight between the Cobra and this retiring wrestler. And this guy wanted to show all out. So the Cobra hits him in the chest, and he starts doing this. Starts convulsing. So that means Americans think that's real, and they think Bill Gates put a microchip in the vaccine. Pick a struggle, So I turned 22 days ago, and that moment when with people your age, you're socializing at a party, you just ask some jerk off, yo, what college you go to? And he hits you with the, I don't go to college. I go to acting school. I like to express myself. I'm an artist. You're just thinking, this guy must have had like a terrible childhood, always seeking attention, some like real psychological issues. And sorry guys, I forgot the rest of the joke. I lied. This is my second time doing stand-up. The first time was at acting school, so also I was joking about my childhood. It was pretty good. I love being in the car with my parents driving. Always go by McDonald's, say, can we have it? They say we have food at home. 20 years later, parents gained a couple pounds. Those tables have turned, eh? So, I'm assuming your little faces are from Vancouver. And if you're not, you're probably from Saskatchewan, watching your kid move from your farm to the big city. They're now paying $2,000 a month to live in a historic area in this little room with bricks and screams of people dying from drugs on the street.
Oh my God.
And there's two things people from Vancouver know. That is their knowledge of weed and their knowledge of Granville Street. I mean, the only reason we had an increase in COVID cases because people from Surrey wanted to get drunk at Granville. Like, get drunk next to Church's Chicken. If you don't have a Church's Chicken, get drunk over there, Granville Street's an interesting one because you have drunk college kids clubbing. You have actually homeless people dealing with their problems. And you have something along the middle, which is the weird and sketchy perverted adult. They're not there to party. They're not there due to issues. They're there to catcall minors. And it's a Sunday evening, and I was just with my friends, and there's this drunk lady. One of my friends had a Canucks jersey, and she was drunk by herself. She was like, Canucks suck! The Canucks suck! Montreal's better! Canucks suck! And, the little me that looked up to The Rock saw this as an opportunity. I went to her, and I was like, what is your name? She turns to me, she begins her name, and then I just go, it doesn't matter what your name is! She started screaming at me, you think you're so cool, you think you're so cool. Like, we heard her for 2 blocks down. She kept screaming. That's one thing I love about Granville, characters like that. Actually, one time I was walking there, and there's this bong shop called Planet Rock. And basically the thing is 13-year-olds going there to get weed because they don't check. It's like some Indian guy who doesn't care. And they're blasting the Beatles at 2 a.m. And I just see this one old lady smoke a cigarette. We give her eye contact. She just goes, the Beatles. Funniest shit I've ever heard. Another thing I love about Granville is just the constant smell of weed. Weed's an interesting one for me because, I'm not the biggest fan because one joint in and I already finished 3 Doritos and I'm crying to this 14-minute Pink Floyd song with random spaceship noises and shit. I don't know. But one thing, if all the world politicians smoked weed, we wouldn't have all these issues. Like if you think about the two most hated politicians, Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. This is Putin sober. I have changed the democracy. President can be president for 20 years and 8 terms. Sergey, how much longer am I president? 20 more years, suka blять! I want to go on the yacht with the Russian ballerinas. Cancel it. There you go. And then maybe you have democracy in Russia. And this is Donald Trump sober. The Mexicans, they're very, very bad. They're bad hombres. Oh, what do you want to do, Michael Pence? Okay. Pence, I have an idea. Let's go to Taco Bell right now. You have it with you. Look, give it to me. Oh, Mr. Pence, my love for the Mexican people has risen by 65.2%. These are numbers no one has ever seen before. No president has loved the Mexican people by 65.2%. Never been done. All right. Thanks for not laughing too hard. I could actually hear myself do the jokes. I know I'm hilarious. Yes, I'm not Dave Chappelle. I know. I thought you thought I was Dave Chappelle. It's okay. Thank you.